What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video, which was a long time from now, but I know I'm really sorry about that. What we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be talking about the Ultimate Custom Night coming out for the Five Nights at Freddy's 6. So let's go take a look here. Alright guys, so I'm on the page on Steam. We're going to be talking about these guys. We're going to be talking about all of the characters in here. So, yeah, I know this is going to be a long one, so let's get ready. Programming characters, okay. Complete a roster. Golden Freddy, when he appears after lowering your tablet, pull it back up quickly to get rid of him. Staring at him for too long will end your run-in with an unpleasant surprise, which obviously that means it's a jump scare. He will appear on your desk at random when closing your tablet. Get rid of him quickly or he'll get up close and personal with an air horn and kill you, obviously. He will try to sneak in through the side vent. Close the side vent and wait until you hear a thud indicating he is gone. If BB slips in, he will temporarily make a nuisance of himself, disabling your flashlight until he leaves. Really, do you really think he's gonna leave? Okay, anyways. JJ, she will also try to sneak in through the side vent. Close the side vent and wait until you hear a thud indicating she's gone. If JJ slips in, she will disable all the door controls until she leaves. Nightmare, Fredbear, and Nightmare. This tag team duo, frick off, are invisible to the cameras and can only be seen when they reach the doorways. Fredbear takes left, Nightmare takes right, and even then only their eyes are visible. Close the doors on their faces and send them back into the darkness. Fudge. Phantom Freddy. He will slowly materialize in your office, fading in from nothing. Shining your flashlight at him is the only way to make him disappear again. If he fully materializes, he will jump scare you and cause you to black out temporarily. Old man consequences, better catch a fish, whatever that means. The Marionette. If you neglect its music box, then it will break free of its prison. Once out, it can't be put back inside, and your ventilation system will drain much faster than it did before, causing blackouts and eventually a game over. Wherever we are. Where are we? Never mind, okay. Nightmarion. His presence moves randomly to different locations in your office as you play, and begins to reappear when your mouse cursor moves over him. Be quick and avoid the area in the office that he occupies, or your run will end with a jump scare. Sorry. Music Man. He is behind you always, and he is sound activated. If you continue to make a lot of noise, he will slowly become more active. Crashing his Kime balls. That's crashing his, or should be, okay, whatever. Okay, Kime balls to never, whatever. We're just gonna say that. Together, faster and faster. Finally ending your run with a startling face-to-face jump scare. Nightmare BB. He sits in your office throughout the night, which usually slouched over. When slouched, be careful not to shine your light at him. If he is standing, however, shine your light to return him to his sitting position. Otherwise, he will attack you. He will attack when you turn away. Happy Fraud. She climbs around in the overhead duct system, making her way toward the hoses that drop into your office. Use the audio lure to hold her in place. She is fooled 100% of the time by the audio lure, but is immune to the effects of the heater. Mr. Hippo. He climbs around in the overhead duct system, making his way toward the hoses that drop in your office. Use the heater to repel him, or the audio lure to hold him in place. He is fooled 100% of the time by the audio lure, but he is slightly faster than Happy Frog. Pig Patch. He climbs around in the overhead duct system. I feel like we're talking about the same thing over and over again. He climbs around the overhead duct system, making his way toward the hoses that drop into your office. Use the heater to repel him, the audio lure to hold him in place, blah, blah, blah. He is fooled 100% of the time, but the audio lure is slightly faster than Mr. Hippo. He climbs around the overhead. Okay, don't talk about that again. He is fooled 50% of the time by the audio lure. He is slightly faster than Pig Patch. He climbs around the overhead duct system, making his way toward the hoses, blah, blah, blah. He is fooled 10% of the time by the audio lure. He's slightly faster than Nedbear. climbs around the vent system, making his... never mind. Okay, so the other ones were Happy Frog, Mystery Hippo, Pig Patch, Ned Bear, Orville Elephant, and So Springtrap. He climbs around in the vent system, making his way toward the vent opening embedded in the wall in front of you. Track him on watching the vent monitor. He moves silently, so don't bother listening for him. But when he is poised to attack, you will see his face looking back at you from the vent. Close the vent door on him to send him away. Molten Freddy. He also climbs in the vent system, but is much faster than the other animatronics when it comes to maneuvering his way towards you. You can track him on the vent monitor, and you can hear his laugh when he's poised to attack. Close the vent door on him to send him away. Ennard. He also climbs the vent system, but unlike the other animatronics in the vents, he's difficult to track. Of course he is. Appearing only briefly here and there when moving. He can't be seen in the vent opening, but he gives himself away by making a squeaking sound before attacking. Close the vent door on him to send him away. Phantom Mangle will appear at random in your viewing monitor. Close the monitor or switch viewing modes to make it disappear. If left on screen for too long, Phantom Mangle will invade your office temporarily, causing audio distraction, increasing your noise meter. It's going to attract even more problems. Mangle makes his way through the vent system, but unlike the other animatronics in the vents, once he reaches the vent in your office, he will never leave. Of course not. That's what it was in Five Nights at Freddy's FNaF 2. He will enter your office at the moment the vent door opens. The only way to stop her is to use the vent snare, which can only be active in one place at a time, forcing you to keep track of Mangle's location in the vents to ensure that the correct vent snare is active. Once in your office, Mangle will hang from the ceiling, creating audio disturbances before eventually dropping down and jump scare you. Just the same as FNaF 2, you know? So, Withered Chica. She is the last of the 5 vent crawlers. Good. Withered Chica can be blocked by the vent snare as well as the vent door. Unlike Ennard and the others, she gives no audio cue when she is at the door, meaning you need to track her position using the vent radar. If she reaches the vent door, she will become stuck in it, preventing you from closing it for the rest of the night. While her girth prevents Ennard, Molten Freddy, and Springtrap from passing, Mangle can still get through. Wow. Well, this may seem like a strategic advantage. Keep in mind that Withered Chica may eventually wiggle free and jump scare you. Toy Bonnie. He sneaks in through a trapdoor to your right, of course. Oh my gosh. How many of these are there? To your right. There's no way to prevent him from entering your office, but your only defense is to put on your Freddy Fazbear mask to fool him. Looking directly at him will increase the effectiveness of the mask, causing him to leave a little faster. Toy Chica. She sneaks in through a trapdoor to your left. Just like Toy Bonnie, there's no way to prevent her from getting to your room. Are you freaking serious? Like, honestly, out of every if the rest of these animatronics are going to be, it's impossible to prevent them, then this is going to be almost impossible. This time, it probably will be. Defense is to put on your Freddy Fazbear mask to fool her. She gets faster than Toy Bonnie and will invade your office more often. However, she is easier to fool with the mask, especially when looking directly at her. Jack-O-Chica. She appears at both your left and right doors at the same time. Oh my gosh. Closing either door by itself will have no effect on her. Check your cameras and view the hallways on either side of you. When Jack-O-Chica is fully materialized at both doors, close both doors simultaneously to cause her to disappear. Keeping your office cool will prevent her from appearing. Jack-O-Chica only begins to appear when your office overheats. Wow. Rockstar Chica. She stands outside your office waiting for a chance to jump scare you. She can approach from either side. Of course she can. Closing the doors will not cause her to leave. To make her leave, double click the wet floor sign to place it in front of the door. she is standing at. This will discourage her from entering. She'll be afraid of slipping, make her go away. Freddy Fazbear. Sorry, my nose is... He approaches from the left hall. I thought it used to be the white hall, the right hall. Wow, okay. I mean, the game's different, so this is different. Emerging from the darkness and progressing in stages toward your door. Keep track of him on the monitor and shut the door when he stands in the doorway to turn him away. He moves faster as the building gets warmer, so try to keep him at a cool 60 degrees whenever possible. Phantom BB, he will appear on your viewing monitor at random. Quickly change cameras or close the monitor to avoid his jump scare. Get jump scared by Phantom BB will cause you to black out temporarily. Phone guy. Oh no. He will call at random into your office and you will only have a brief amount of time to mute his call. If you fail to mute the call, then you will be forced to listen to the whole thing, which will aggravate you as well as any animatronic that is sensitive to the noise level. Also, the mute button will appear in unpredictable locations. Nightmare Freddy. While you aren't looking, mini Freddy's frettles will accumulate on your desk and around the office. Shine your flashlight to scare them away. If you let too many of them gather together, then Nightmare Freddy will be summoned and in your room with a jump scare. Chica. She hangs out in the kitchen, being generally clumsy and knocking over lots of pots and pans. In Custom Night, the kitchen is also where the music box happens to be. And while Chica doesn't care if the music box is wound up or not, she can grow tired of the music section playing. And as long as you hear the pots and pans, Chica is content. She stopped making noise, however, then she has grown tired of the song. You only have a short amount of time to change it. Don't get too eager to change the music selections, though, because if you change the music while Chica is happy, she will leave the kitchen to come get you. When she leaves the kitchen, there's no way to make her go back. So I don't know how that would work, because there's no way to make her. Oh, so maybe she'll just be in the other cameras. Anyways, Lefty. He sits in the closet off of the left hallway. He becomes more and more agitated if the office becomes too noisy or too hot. This state of agitation only increases slowly and will eventually end with Lefty jump scaring you. Lowering the noise won't reverse the effects, nor will reducing the temperature. And doors won't prevent Lefty from getting to you. So that makes no sense, and that's going to be impossible. Again, from getting to you. Only way to ease his temperament is to switch on the global music box, which uses all music box animatronics at the expense of extra power being drained. L-Chip. L-Chip is just a cameo mascot when he appears at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. His real passion lies in the authentic Mexican cuisine. He isn't here to jump scare you, but he may interrupt your night with some genuinely colorful advertisements for EI Chip's Fiesta Buffet. Click skip or press enter to get rid of invasive advertisements before you lose control of what's going on in your office. You know, I kind of think pressing enter would be much better. Okay, Withered Bonnie. He slips in through the trapdoor while you are viewing your monitor. You'll know he's there by the audio and visual distortions, I mean, he causes just by standing there ominously. You only have a short amount of time to put on the mask to ward him off. Otherwise, a jump scare is all you'll have to look forward to. Funtime Chica. She isn't here to ruin your day. She just wants her moment in the spotlight. She will occasionally appear on your screen as though posing for the red carpet. Sorry, if I said that. I think I did. Accompanied by camera flashes, which may cause some disorientation. You'll need to learn to maneuver around your office despite these disorienting effects. Otherwise, someone else may take advantage of your confusion and crash the party. Toy Freddy, relax. Toy Freddy is retired. He sits in the person service room playing video games on his big screen TV. What game is he playing? Five Nights with Mr. Hugs, of course. What? The problem is that Toy Freddy has never been very good at video games. If he loses the game, he'll probably blame you for it. Wow. Check the person service cam to see how he's doing. In Five Nights with Mr. Hugs, there are 3 ways into the office. Only one door can be closed at a time. Click the cams on Toy Freddy's monitor, then be sure that the appropriate door is closed to prevent Mr. Hugs from getting to the office. If you check on Toy Freddy and see game over on his screen, that means that Mr. Hugs has already jump scared him, and now Toy Freddy is on his way to jump scare you. Once Toy Freddy has been jump scared, there's no way to calm him down and no way to save yourself. Yeah, this might be a problem. I don't know how someone can win this, but Funtime Foxy. He hides behind his curtain waiting for the show to begin. Check his stage and read the sign to see when the showtime is. It will always be on the hour, but the hour will be random. For instance, showtime may be at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., etc. Remember that time, because showtime is the exact moment that you get jump scared. There's only one way to prevent showtime, and that is by viewing the stage the moment the hour changes. If you are watching him on camera when showtime arrives, and the show will be delayed by several hours, and the sign will change as well. Each hour in-game lasts exactly 45 seconds. Yeah, I don't believe that. If that's the actual time of the actual custom night, then sorry about that. Then yes, that'll be really good. But if it's longer than that, the higher the difficulty. Yeah, no. And there's a timer visible while you play. Use this to calculate exactly when you need to be viewing Funtime Foxy's curtain to ensure that showtime never happens. Ballora. She will approach from either the left hall or right hall. Please, no. Disable all your camera feeds as she approaches. You'll have to rely on the sound of her music to determine what side she is approaching from. Close the correct door before she reaches you. Close the door in time and she will retreat into the darkness. Rockstar Bonnie. He will occasionally appear in your office and is conspicuously missing his guitar. In fact, the only way to appease him is to locate his guitar on the camera system and double click on it. Fail to do this in a timely fashion, and you'll lower your monitor only to be greeted with a jump scare, of course. Rockstar Foxy. His parrot will occasionally fly through your office, and if you're able to click on it before it gets away, then Rockstar Foxy isn't quite as hostile. In fact, he will probably offer a few interesting boosts to help you get through the night, such as increasing your power meter and restoring the temperature to a cool 60 degrees, or soundproofing your office for 5 seconds. However, choosing to summon Rockstar Foxy isn't without risk. If you catch him in a bad mood, he might just greet you with a jump scare and end your run. Of course. Of course that will. Circus Baby, Nightmare Bonnie, and Nightmare Mangle. They will all approach from the right hall, but each of them will only attack once per night. And they change their order of attack each night so that you won't know who to expect first. There are two ways to defend against them. One is to shut the right door and leave it shut for the duration of the night, which is obviously impractical as it would drain your power. The other is to purchase their plush toy from the prize corner. The prize corner has only 3 plush toys available to buy. Bonnie, Mangle, and Baby, and your funds will be very limited. Excuse me. So it's important to buy the characters in the order that they appear in the hall. Sorry, you must use fast coins to purchase the plush toys. And there are 2 ways to accumulate them through the night. Wait, where are we? Okay, got it. Well, one way is to block the attacks about the animatronics. Each successful blocker is 1 fast coin. The other way to earn coins is to find them on the cams and scan your mouse cursor over them to collect them. Increasing the difficulty of these characters will increase the price of their plush toys. William Afton, aka Scrap Trap. Afton has a distinction of having the simplest mechanic in the game, but also possibly the scariest. He will only attack once per night, and there will be no way of knowing in advance when this attack will happen or if it will happen at all. He will always attack from the vent or the right wall, and when he does, there will be a violent clamoring sound in the vent. The lights will flicker. When this happens, you will only have a fraction of a second to close the vent door on your run will end with after screaming in your face. Whatever. Okay. Scrap Baby. Once per night, she will appear on the other side of your desk. Slouch over and appear to be decommissioned. There will be a shock panel sitting next to her. You can shock her at any time by clicking this button, but it will drain 1% of your power each time you do so. And it will have no effect until she is poised to attack. You must refrain from pushing the button until you notice that she has moved. Shocking her at this stage will cause her to leave your office and not return. If you fail to notice that she has moved and bring up your monitor again, you'll have nothing but a jump scare to look forward to. Rockstar Freddy. He will stand in your office the entire night and on occasion will activate. Dependent on a payment of 5 fast coins, if you pay him, he will return to sleep mode. Fail to pay him in a timely fashion, however, and your run will end with an angry Rockstar Freddy in your face. The problem is that fast coins might be scarce. Especially if you have other fast coin dependent animatronics in the halls. Thankfully, there's another option at your disposal. If you're running short on fast coins or just prefer not to spend them here, just crank up the heat for a few seconds. This will cause Rockstar Freddy to malfunction and eventually think the payment has been made. Trash in the game? Question mark. Bonnie. Poor Bonnie has been forced to share a cramped stage with another animatronic. Foxy. And he's pretty upset about it. These two will take turns looking out for from the curtain. Whereas Foxy will hide himself when viewed on camera. Sorry, Bonnie will do the opposite and become more agitated. Wait, where are we? If Bonnie is Bonnie will do the opposite and become more agitated. If Bonnie is looking out from the curtain when you view Pirate's Cove, he will take that opportunity to flash his blinded eyes and scramble the cameras. All of them. And for a significant amount of time. Needless to say, losing the ability to use their cameras for this long will most likely be a death sentence. The only way to tell he was actively looking out from Pirate's Cove is to observe a tiny figurine on your desk. This figurine will change from Foxy to Bonnie depending on who is active in Pirate's Cove. Not paying attention to this detail and thereby looking or not looking at Pirate's Cove at the wrong time can cost you your run. Okay. Foxy, he inhabits Pirate's Cove along with Bonnie. While you shouldn't view Pirate's Cove when Bonnie is active, it's necessity when Foxy is. Foxy will gradually make his exit if you don't check on him regularly. Sorry about that. And once he's out, there's no way to make him go back. He also has a new trick up his sleeve to get into your office. He gets in piece by piece. Oh my gosh. He will find any vulnerability in your office and slip in chunks of himself. Arms, legs, head, torso. Through any open vent or open door until all his fragments are inside. Once there, he will wait for you to pull up your monitor before putting himself back together and jump scaring you.
Alright guys, so that is it for this video. So eventually when the Ultimate Custom Night comes out, we will try it and see how this turns out. But, you know, it might be, all those animatronics do seem like, I mean, sure, every game would be different for each character because of how they work, because they're not going to act the same way as each time, but some of them act the same. But you know, that does seem pretty weird, pretty difficult is what it sounds. So anyways, guys, that's a wrap for this video. If you want to see more Nintendo and Sega content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace and more, Mario Masters.